I'm legitimately more concerned about Golladay than I am Chark, but I don't really want to start either one of them if I can avoid it. Like I would go Waddle over both of them, as crazy as that might sound.
You would go who?
Jalen Waddle.
Oh, you go Waddle over them? Over both of them? I mean, you can convince me on
I
anything
like
with these. I really don't want to play Golladay. Chark, I was kind of wishy-washy on just because I like him. But for week 1, maybe you're right. Like, would you go Cole Beasley, the Bees, or would you go Chark?
I know everybody hates Beasley because
you know what?
Right
listen. You can hate Cole Beasley as much as you want. This is fucking fantasy football. You should start who you think is better on your team. Swear to God.
No, and that was going to be my point. Cole Beasley has done nothing, but he's been your guy for the longest time. Pat deserves all the credit in the world. He had never given up. He was always the biggest fan of Cole Beasley in fantasy, and all he's done is produce for you, Pat. And all he is going to continue to do is produce as the number 2 wide receiver for Josh Allen, whether it's not Emmanuel Sanders or Gabriel Davis as the number 3. Cole Beasley is Cole Beasley is Cole Beasley. I would go Cole Beasley over both of them just on a confidence level.
Would you go with Jamison Crowder?
That's where I probably am the breaker point because Crowder's also dealing with that hamstring or whatever he's got going on, and who ever knows if he's ever 100% any given game. I will make a case for one guy even behind all of these that we haven't gotten to yet that I would start over, maybe not Chark, but I would probably start over Golladay.
All right, well, hit me with it. I moved Chark down to 50 and Golladay to 51. You've properly convinced me I'd start the Dolphins guys over that. I think you made a very good case for them and the Bees. I have the Bees ahead of them as well, so they're just behind him. But who is the... If you say Henry Ruggs, you might have to throw in the towel on him at some point.
No, I do think Henry Ruggs is in a nice situation this year, but not week 1.
But week 1, week 1's kind of tough for old Ruggs.
Yeah. Despite the matchup, Darnell Mooney, even with Andy Dalton, I would have higher. I would definitely start him in front of Jamison Crowder, no question about it.
No. If Crowder is healthy, it's going to be Boku catches for him.
Yeah, I'm going Darnell Mooney. But the one I'm going to go back up there from there is he's healthy right now, and that's all that matters. The Gazelle is healthy. And you want to talk about 25% of the target share because TJ Hawkinson can only cap out at so much before the rest is going to Tyrell Williams. And then whatever's going on in that backfield. And sure, St. Brown wasn't even running with the ones. He was on the 3rd team until recently, until they made some of their cuts. Quintus Cephas was in front of him. Even so, St. Brown is a slot option. He's healthy right now. It might only last 1 week before he pulls another soft tissue injury. But Tyrell Williams, I would start... I'm telling you, it's a toss-up for me with Golladay. Golladay against Denver, not playing at all with how terrible Daniel Jones has looked and how terrible that offensive line still looks. I'm just, screw it. If it's my lineup, I'm starting Tyrell Williams over Kenny Golladay.
I'm not, and here's why. And why I have St. Brown above Tyrell Williams by 1 spot, even if he's not in on every series or every formation, is I really respect this fully healthy Niners defense. And it might be a target share issue, but I think that the easiest completions on the field for Jared Goff the offensive line for the Lions is actually quite good, but I just think that that pocket is going to be crumbling with the heat that they're going to bring and how solid they are on the outside at corner, that the middle of the field is where the majority of these completions are going to be made. And that leads me towards St. Brown. That leads me towards Hawkinson or Williams and Swift out of the backfield. I think it's going to be tough treading for Cephas and Tyrell Williams in this specific matchup.